Hello from Gaming Roots. I'm XLabX Roots and welcome back to Destiny Classics. Today's weapon of choice comes once again from the base game, a fusion rifle that was available from the Vanguard, Light Beware. Now my particular version, as you can see there, came with Cascade, Hipfire, Quick Draw, Hammer Forged and Skip rounds. The charge time is good with decent impact, and thanks to Hammer Forged it has good range. The stability is pretty good as well, and with Hipfire, while not aiming down the sight, it's pretty accurate. Cascade allows me to increase my reload speed after a melee, with it being quite high anyway, so overall, a pretty good weapon. Cosmetics look pretty good too, I must say. The PvE side. Fusion rifles in general were brilliant in the base game. Before the nerfs, these things could one-shot all low tier enemies and a few majors and ultras. They were strong against bosses, great for taking out multiple targets, and a bonus, fun to use. Nothing's more satisfying than seeing your opponents vaporized right before your eyes. Boom. Nah, this Vanguard fusion rifle was very useful. Stats are very level, making it a good all-rounder for any situation. You never know what you're going to expect in PvE. There's hordes, monsters with shields, various other factors. However, in the current meta of Destiny, fusion rifles have taken a big hit. And this has sort of come since the Dark Below expansion 1. They just don't perform as they used to. For example, the mission I'm doing now, I couldn't even one-shot normal red bar knights or captains. So despite its usefulness in the past, it's definitely a let's put it back in the vault gun. Generally in PvE now, most of the guns you're going to use are snipers, which have increased dramatically in strength. And shotguns as well as the new Mysterious class sidearms, which was never there in year 1. Not until House of Wolves came along, you got your very first one. As well as the exotic Dreg's Promise, which didn't really do much, it was more of a letdown weapon. Not very fun. But no, in the earlier game, fusion rifles were a big part of it. And because of the only gun really that fires a blast of energy, they were great. As you just saw there, that's the new heavy fusion rifle. One of a kind. That's never happened before. Now if you compare that to your standard fusion rifle, completely different. The PvP side. You'll have to bear with my gameplay here. It's very hard to kill with this weapon. In the start of the game, as I mentioned earlier, these guns were amazing, and Crucible was a place they shined. With the near limitless range which they had, apart from obviously sniper range, and spray style shot, it was easy to get kills and make Guardians cry. Skilled Guardians could even learn to pre-charge their shots so they could quickly terminate their foes. Light Beware was fantastic. Thanks to its all-rounder stats, you could charge quickly while doing strong damage. And thanks to the Hipfire on mine, the extra stability helped a lot in sudden Guardian encounters. As I said earlier, it even helped me complete my Thorn bounty, which was very hard considering not many people had primary void weapons back then.
Zone A lost. Zone B neutralized. Enemy captured Zone A.
Currently though, well, this fusion rifle kind of struggles. The nerf came from Crucible as too many people were upset about the Vex Mytho class overpowered kill time, which was obtainable from the hard raid on Vault of Glass. So fusion rifles as a whole got nerfed to the ground. As expansions went on, they gradually got better to what they currently are now. They're okay. Light Bear struggles simply because it doesn't do enough damage. The fusion rifles we have nowadays have massively high impact and low charge rate. This class, it needs to kill on the first shot. As you're exposed to others during charging, meaning high impact ones are the way to go. Range seems to be an issue as well, so those longer engagements no longer happen. To be honest, shotguns and snipers seem like the class to focus on in your special slot. So to my beloved Light Bear, I'm afraid you're being replaced with a shotgun. Now you enjoy some gameplay and we'll get right back to you.
Only 5 minutes left. Zone A lost. Enemy captured zone A. Zone C lost. Enemy captured zone C. Zone A neutralized. Zone A secure. Heavy ammo available. Zone C neutralized. Zone C secure. Your victory gives the city hope, guys. Zone A neutralized. Zone A secure. Zone C lost. Enemy captured zone C. Double down.
So there you go, the Light Bear, the original Vanguard fusion rifle. Nothing spectacular, but it served its purpose well. And the weapon no longer accessible, so it's a meh rare gun, something like that. Let me know if you guys still have an old fusion rifle tucked away somewhere.
Heavy ammo on the way.
Wipe off the dust and give it another go, why not? Thanks everyone, see you next week for another episode of Destiny Classics. Like, subscribe, whatever you want. Anyway, let's all get back to gaming's roots.
Heavy ammo available.